Hello everybody, welcome to Roma Theory. Today we're discussing the next stage. It's the new Netflix episode of the Jose and the Rick breakup. I'm not gonna lie to you, this feels like it's gonna be the prequel of Escape from Alcatraz, but at the same time, what I would love to say by starting this live stream is I hope this situation doesn't drag on very forward, because I just don't want it to drag any further. I just want Roma to finalize what they want to say to Karsdorp and then done. Let's put a good old knot on this situation, because I have a feeling the more this situation drags on, the worse the impacts will be. So I think, yes, it's fun to see what happens next. It's like a new Netflix episode. I mean, I just said it at the start, but at the same time, it can affect the team day by day. So I really hope everything, both sides, Karsdorp and Roma, both set clear what they want to get out of this situation. Hopefully the two don't start a war. Hopefully the two will end relationships on good notes. And then Karsdorp and Roma and Jose will both move chapters. So today we'll discuss the next step of this Karsdorp situation. But if you haven't already, ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to smash that subscribe button down below. If you're new here, we're getting closer and closer to 6,000 subscribers. It's a dream of mine come true, so please do it if you haven't already. And also smash the like button in this live stream. And yeah, I mean, where do we go next? So the last time we were talking about this situation, Karsdorp escaped from Rome. He was like, goodbye, I'm off to the new world. And he said basically goodbye to the city, and basically didn't advise anyone before leaving. Now we have a player who is back in Rome. And we have a player which, until Tuesday, next Tuesday, won't do anything in Rome, because obviously every single aspect of Roma is now in Japan. They're training in Japan. He didn't get a call up to Japan due to the fact that I think he did not train the day before the team departed for Japan. I really think that if Karsdorp came and accepted Jose's call up, I think it was 2 days before the team went to Japan, maybe he could have had a little conversation with Jose, and maybe there could be a light of Karsdorp flying to Japan. But obviously everything blew up when he turned down Jose's call up, which was already significant. You know, we had a situation where the manager speaks bad about you, the manager says you are a traitor, and then a few weeks after, he does give you a call up and does ask you to present yourself on training sessions. So that means that, according to Jose, there could have been a little conversation. And if the vibes were good in that conversation, maybe Karsdorp could have even flown to Japan. But he didn't, because he blew it up. He blew his chance up. So now he is back in Rome with his family, but until Tuesday, which is when the team is back in Rome, he will have no confrontations. He will have no meetings because no one is in Rome. So the step which we missed, which I actually didn't go live for, and I apologize for that. I bet you there were way more important things to talk about. But the one step which we missed is that apparently, which I did discuss, but it wasn't on a specific live stream, is that Karsdorp actually right now has a piece of paper signed by a doctor in the Netherlands saying that he has a psychological condition, that he's actually gone to a psychologist, and a psychologist has said that Karsdorp during this period has a little condition. So on Tuesday, the first thing which Karsdorp will do in this confrontation is show this piece of paper signed by a doctor in the Netherlands, saying that due to the fact that he has a little condition during this period of time, his focus has not been on Roma. Now, we've already discussed why I think this condition came. This condition it's probably private things, and we won't go on talk about Karsdorp's private life. But obviously, I'm no one to start speaking about Karsdorp's private life. So it's definitely something which involves his private life, and could be a massive excuse, or could be the truth. And if it's the truth, we have to respect this. If it's the truth, then I think the entire situation changes. If it's the truth, I think obviously Jose will start respecting him back a little bit. Now, I think at the end of the day, I still think it's hard to see Karsdorp back reintegrated by Jose in the team. I really do think this is hard to see. But I will be honest with you, this piece of paper signed by his doctor could be basically the flip side to the situation. Because if it is true that he has a condition which most probably involves his private life, his family, and all of that, then unfortunately, it is true that Karsdorp can't behave like a toxic element in the team, but I also do think that Jose will semi-apologize. Now, what do I mean by apologize? We know Jose. His character isn't like, oh, I'm so sorry, you had a family problem. Well, I apologize. Jose isn't that. When I mean apologies, I mean a semi-apologies. I don't expect Jose to completely now, after seeing this, he's gonna get back starting Karsdorp in every game. But there could be some elements which says that Jose could kind of step back a few steps and start, speaking about with Karsdorp again, start slowly reintegrating him in training sessions and all of that. I think all of this will depend on what will be said on that piece of paper, and if it's the truth and if it's not the truth. If it's not the truth, then it's just a childish act, but at the end of the day, we have to be careful now, because this might be something which involves his family, his private life. And at the end of the day, we don't know what happened, and it could be something serious which has triggered him, his mindset, and obviously didn't make him fully focused on Roma during this period of time. So I think much of this will depend on what basically what the doctors have signed on this piece of paper. But at the end of the day, getting back to just the background of this situation, right? In fact, before I say this, as I said at the start, ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to smash that like button down below. Please smash that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Before getting into the background of everything, the one thing which I'll say, as Logical is saying in the chat, this is something, it's just so, and you see, I gotta be careful here, because I don't want to say that, I think before giving a general comment, I think we really have to see what Roma's reaction will be to this piece of paper. And I keep calling it this piece of paper, as if it's like the Bible or something. It's like a medical certificate which a doctor confirms that he has, and that kind of can trace back why Karsdorp left. This piece of paper can trace back why Karsdorp left in the first place, which is not because he wanted to escape, just like in Alcatraz, but at the end of the day, it could be because he wanted to get to the Netherlands as soon as possible to get this medical checkup. So I don't know, there's so many things to be just revealed by this situation, but at the end, just on the basis of everything, first of all, it could be argued that most of this is ridiculous, and second of all, it could be argued, and I think I'd love to say it again, this thing could have been so evitable. It could have been so just like, we could be here not speaking about this if everyone here kept it silent and kept it private. And, I won't touch into it again, but at the same time, I don't know, it's just such a weird situation. Anyways, the background of everything. The background of everything is, I think this is the just the primary situation which will make every single player in this team learn from their mistakes. Because this is turning into an Oscar piece drama. And let me tell you one thing. No one of these players seeing this situation wants to leave, wants to live this situation that Karsdorp is living. But another thing which is so important, and this kind of actually could be argued, that as much as I don't want, and I didn't want this situation, it could be said, now don't call me crazy, but it could be said that it's actually good that this situation has happened. And in fact, you can trace things and potentially say that Jose did this on purpose. Jose, started this situation on purpose and for a reason. Because he saw that the players weren't fully focused in a moment of their season, of their year, and blasts Karsdorp so that the other players are careful when the season restarts in January. Because the primary thing which comes out of this situation is and this isn't just Roma, this happens in every club. No player, no individual, no matter who it is bigger than the club. And no matter if it's Karsdorp, no matter if it's Totti, no one is bigger than the club. And this isn't just on the behalf of Roma, this is on the behalf of every single club in the world, of every single sport in the world. So this situation will now make a lot of these players rethink everything. Because if it is true that Karsdorp behaved like this, then who are you? Who are you to behave like this? Who are you to think that you're bigger than the club? And that's the only thing which I'll say when it comes to, I'm glad that this situation happened. Because with this situation, one thing which you're avoiding in January when the season restarts is this situation all over again. Because, these players are not stupid. You see this situation, you see how this drama situation is evolving. In January, if anyone even tries to just disrespect the team, betray the team, then you're gonna live the same situation Karsdorp lived. And I mean, unless you're an absolute clown, you do not want to listen to this. You don't want to live this. And I think it could be said that this has been deliberately made by Jose for the team to restart as focused as possible in January. And this is actually really a valid option. I'm not trying to joke around here. This could really happen. So I don't know. It's something to see. I'm very curious to see how the situation evolves. A new Netflix series is about to come out because I want to see what happens. I want to see if with this famous piece of paper, some elements of Jose could reintegrate him in the team. I don't know if I want him in the team. I really don't know if I want Karsdorp in my team. But at the end of the day, I think we have to be careful with what this situation that he has lived, which has caused this mindset problem, what it is. And I think this is something which on Tuesday should be the day. In fact, Wednesday, because Tuesday, jet lag and all of that will absolutely kill Mourinho. So on Wednesday will be a big day for Karsdorp. Wednesday is when I think Karsdorp will sit down with his agents as well as Jose, because apparently if you've been following the news today, Karsdorp has found an agreement with Juventus. So you see, we've got a piece of situation which involves a useless player which has never really given a positive impact on the team, but is being dragged on as if this situation is going to win an Oscar in next year. If you've heard Karsdorp has found an agreement with Juventus, I just don't know what happens next. And I'll be very curious to see what happens next. And I'll be the first one to update you guys when it comes to what happens next. But Wednesday will be a big day for him, and will be also a big day for Mourinho to see if the bonds can be reattached. One thing which I'll say though is that I think with this action of him coming back to Rome, he's kind of saving himself from the larger picture of scandals. Because as we discussed in the last live stream, you know, one thing is breaking relations with the manager and the team and disappearing and not saying anything. And one thing is breaking relations with the managers and the team. However, coming back to the training session, saying sorry and wishing good luck to the team. And it does look like he is going to follow this path, which is good. It presents him well in any other part of his football career, wherever he will go. If you will stay, if you will go, should I stay or should I go? I really don't know. But with this, he definitely presents himself better than what we're discussing in the last live stream. But still, I think before saying much, I think we have to see what happens next. And I'll be lying to you if I said I was not curious. I'm very curious to see what happens next. After 2 days, Roma has a game. Totti used to do the best. Karsdorp is a coward. Just push him out. He's a bad boy and an average player, says Amir Ba. If he did that to the club and the team, that's not forgettable. But if he was really not well, he should have told the club and the manager. That's exactly what I think. That's exactly what I think. But you can trace back why he left. If he's really sick, you can really trace back why he left. And why he said no to the... I don't know. It's just weird. But what I'll say now is, if he actually does have a condition, then I think it would open up such a different vision to this situation. If it's you know, if it's a scam, if it's a trick, if it's fake news that he's sick, then obviously kick him out, just like everything. But if it is true, which obviously, why would he fake it? If it is true, then I definitely think Jose will be the first one to kind of change the vision of this situation. But we'll see what happens. I'll keep you updated. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'll let you go and see Messi in or out of the World Cup tonight. We will know in a couple of hours. As a Ronaldo fan, I wish him the best. I hope both of the two advance. I hope both of the two face each other. So yeah, I hope Messi advances. But at the same time, I wouldn't be mad if he gets out as a Ronaldo fan. But yeah, if you haven't already, please make sure to smash that subscribe button, smash the like button. Let me know in the comments your impressions to this new telenovela of Karsdorp. And I will catch you very, very soon tomorrow for more Roma updates. By the way, go and watch the first YouTube short I have published. It's about the Karsdorp and Mourinho situation. It's like a skit. It's a skit. It's a drama play. It's like 60 seconds long, so go watch it. Yeah, I'll catch you soon. Simon, out.